In our cross-legged position, let's see if we can roll the hips out from under us. Maybe close the eyes. We'll start to soften everything down into the mat, allowing our muscles to release, using gravity to help us. We'll start to soften the muscles in the face. Let go of the eyes, the cheekbones, the jawline. Down through the shoulders, allowing the heart space to open and release. And we'll start to draw the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, taking a couple of deeper breaths here. With every inhale, drawing in some life, abundance. Every exhale, we're releasing all the tension in our body. We'll imagine taking that breath on the inhale all the way down to the belly button. So really extending that inhale. And exhale, starting to control the belly, tucking it in, massaging those inner organs. Inhale, release and extend like a balloon. And exhale, connect and draw the belly button in. We'll do a couple more breaths this way. Start to fire up the center. Beautiful. When we're ready, we're going to start to open the eyes. And we'll go onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tucking the toes underneath. And we're going to start to press into all four limbs equally. And on the inhale, we're going to look over the left shoulder. And exhale over to the right. We'll go at our own pace, opening up the rib cage. We can even take our eyes with us, looking behind as far as we can. Coming back to neutral, we're going to take our hips and send them back all the way to the heels if we can, and forward, pressing into those toes past the forearms. We'll do this a couple of times, starting to wake up the wrists, the ankles, the hips. Still breathing deeply, attaching that breath. Here, let's go all the way back to the balls of the feet. We're going to press ourselves up into a squat. You can go as deep as you'd like. Getting into those ankles, lengthening the spine upward, and connecting our back and our shoulders. If it feels good for us, we can rock side to side, adding a little motion. And on our next exhale, let's drop those heels down, straighten the knees. Keep our crown down for forward fold. Hanging out here, releasing the backs of the legs. Rocking side to side. Shaking the head yes and no, getting rid of the tension. Here, slowly taking our time, bending the knees, we're going to roll up to standing. Stacking the spine as much as we can. Rolling the palms forward, finding our mountain pose. Breathing deeply here, finding some comfort in our stillness. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift to flat spine. Exhale, down, walking the hands forward to high plank, floating through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, meeting an upward dog, reaching forward with the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, finding our downward dog. Walking the feet out, opening up those legs, the calves, finding some space in your shoulder blades. And breathe. When we're ready, looking up to the hands, walk our feet there and find a forward fold. Inhale, lift to flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead, looking at those thumbs. And exhale to heart center. Taking a few deep breaths here, connecting with that fire that's building. On the inhale, press the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up to flat back. Exhale, down, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Floating through Chaturanga. Inhale, upwards. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Always exploring where we'd like to place our hands and feet. Changing it up every once in a while. Breaking our habits. Staying in a constant space of exploration. Curiosity. On our next inhale, looking up to the hands, jump or step between them, finding our forward fold. Inhale, lift to flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. And exhale, heart center. Connecting with our breath, feeling our heartbeat. Bringing our focus to our mats. On the inhale, press the arms up. And exhale, down. Inhale, lift to flat back. Exhale, down, finding your high plank. chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. We're gonna start to build the heat even further. Inhale, look up to the hands. Find our way there. Forward fold. Inhale, lift to flat back. Exhale, down. Find a smooth transition. Inhale, upward dog. All the way reaching. Finding small back bend if we can. Exhale, all the way again, forward fold. Inhale, we're gonna bend the knees forward, send the hips back, and we're gonna find our chair pose. Going as far back as we can. On our next inhale, bring the knees straight, reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift to flat back. Exhale, down, plant those hands, find our high plank. Floating through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Still coming back to our deep internal breath, circulating that heat. On the inhale, let's take that right leg, lift it up, point the toes, find our three-legged dog. If we like, we can bend at the knee, finding our pointed toe behind us to the left now. If you'd like to take your practice further, we can flip over and find our wild thing. So lifting up towards the sky, reaching the arm overhead, using that right toe for balance. And on your exhale, bring that right arm around. Rotate, find our three-legged dog. And when we're ready, we're going to take that knee into the chest and find our runner's lunge. Planting the foot between the hands. Lengthening our spine. Getting into that breath. Finding strength everywhere we can. Good. Placing that left arm down, let's inhale the right arm up overhead. Finding our spinal twist, really rotating the torso upwards. Ready, on the exhale, bring that right arm back down, dropping the left knee, bringing ourselves up. Let's take the hands, place them on the knees, and lean forward as far as we can, getting into our hips. Good. If it feels good, we want a little extra, we can take a back bend, looking up to the sky. When we're ready, coming back up to neutral, planting those palms down, and stepping back into downward dog. Taking a moment here, checking back in with the body, with the heartbeat, with the breath. Taking note, observing our mind. If we find it wandering, we can come right back to the mat, to our sensations in the body. when we're ready, let's inhale that left leg up into the sky, point for three-legged dog. Good, we can bend at the knee. If we want to take it a little further, we can flip upwards, rotating into wild thing. Taking that left arm up and over, using the left toes for balance. And when we're ready, let's rotate, coming back. Press the palms, come back to three-legged dog. And on the exhale, bringing that knee forward, finding our runner's lunge. Making sure the spine is nice and long. Pressing the right hand into the floor, we're going to lift the left arm up, rotating the torso, finding a twist. On the exhale, let's bring both arms down, drop the knee. We're going to bring ourselves up. And when we're ready, we're going to lean into those hips, bringing ourselves forward. If we want to get a little bit more, we can find a back bend. Coming back up, planting the hands down. We're going to press ourselves back for downward dog. Good, checking back in with the body. A few more deep breaths. When we're ready, let's inhale the right leg up one more time. And exhale, bringing it through between the hands. We're going to come up into warrior one. Sweeping the arms up, lowering down as much as we can into that right knee. Next exhale, let's open wide to warrior two, spreading the collarbones. If it feels good, we can look over the right fingers. Ready, let's drop the left arm down, right arm overhead. Opening up that right side, feeling the air in your lungs, separating your rib cage. And when we're ready, coming back through center. Placing the right elbow down, left arm overhead. Finding a long line of energy between the fingertips and the toes. We can look up to the ceiling if that feels good. We can even try a bind if it's in our practice, wrapping the left arm around underneath the hip, and we can grab it with the right. ready, let's unwrap ourselves. Come back to warrior two. We're gonna straighten the right leg. And then reach out and over, finding our triangle pose. Sending both of those hips back. See if we can square those hips off. When we're ready, let's exhale the arms down. We're gonna bend that right knee and come up into our balancing half moon. So pressing that back leg up. We can reach the arms anywhere we'd like, forward, back, as long as they're connected. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, drop both feet down, and we're gonna shake it out. Good. Bringing our big toes together. We're gonna inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up to flat back. And exhale, down, planting the hands, stepping back to high plank. Floating through chaturanga. Inhale, upwards. Exhale to downward dog. Using a few cleansing breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale quickly out through the mouth. Inhale, let's take that left leg up for three-legged dog. And exhale, bringing it through, finding our warrior one. Lifting from the wrists, softening the shoulders. Finding how much we can lower into that left side. And when we're ready, let's open wide to warrior two. Widening the wings, the collarbones. Drop that right arm down, left arm over for reverse warrior, making space in that side body. And on your next exhale, pass through center. Dropping the left arm down, right arm overhead. If it feels good, rotating up to the sky. We can also take a bind if that's in our practice. Wrapping the right arm around, grabbing with the left hand. Ready, unwinding, coming back up to warrior two, straightening the left leg. And we're going to reach out and over into our triangle pose. Seeing if we can square the hips off to the mat for a different sensation. the exhale, let's bring both arms down. Bend the left knee. We'll find our balance position in our half moon, lifting the right leg up as high as we can. When we're ready, let's exhale, coming back down, shaking those legs out, and we'll find our space at the top of the mat, bringing those big toes together, taking a few breaths, and on the inhale, sweeping the arms up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift to flat back. And exhale down, planting the hands, finding our high plank, floating through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Connecting with our breath. Coming back to the present space. On the next inhale, let's take the right leg, lift it up, three-legged dog. And on the exhale, we're going to bring it through, finding our pigeon position. Allowing our leg to go wherever it feels comfortable today. Extending the left leg back. And we're going to start nice and upright. Squaring those hips off if we can. Lifting into our inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to come down. We can go to the forearms or all the way down onto our wrists. Whatever feels good today. And we're going to hang out here for a moment. Taking allowing ourselves to sink down, really giving ourselves a moment to connect. Fully releasing into those hips, finding some softness, releasing tension with each exhale. And taking our time, we're slowly going to press ourselves back up, taking care of the legs, using our palms for support. And from here, we're going to take ourselves, tuck the toes under, step back to downward dog. Softening the heart downwards towards the mat, getting into the shoulders. On the next inhale, let's take the left leg back, three-legged dog. And on the exhale, bring it through. We're going to find our pigeon on this side. Squaring those hips off, finding a comfortable spot for our left side. On the inhale, pressing ourselves up, lifting. And exhale down, wherever is comfortable. And we're going to hang out here allowing our hips to open up. Taking our time, let's slowly come up, pressing into the palms for support. Raising our chest up to the sky. And when we're ready, tucking under, stepping back to downward dog. Beautiful. Taking a couple walking steps here. We're going to bend those knees, send the hips back when we're ready, and jump through, press through, crossing the legs under us to seated. Good. From here, let's bring our knees up and out. We're going to lean back slightly and find our boat pose. So lifting up into parallel position. If we need a challenge, we can bring our arms out to the sides. Lifting from the chest, try not to curve, but actually to lift in the spine. And on your exhale, let's drop down. Keeping the knees up, we're going to roll onto our back. From here, just allowing gravity to relax you, releasing the muscles, trying to bring our body to a state of neutrality with our environment. Taking a few deep breaths, feeling the inhale on the back of the mat. And on the exhale, we melt even further down. Softening the brow line, that space in between the eyes. Letting the cheeks release and relax. Ready? Let's take that right leg. We're going to lift it up into the sky, press with the heel towards the ceiling. So we get a nice activated posterior chain there. And from here, we're going to cross it over the left leg. And if we'd like, we can use our right arm and press the knee outward, only as much as we can. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can grab the left thigh and bring it in. We can also add a little rock side to side. Let's slowly bring that leg down, unwind, and we'll do the other side, lifting the left leg all the way up, pressing into the ceiling, activating the whole back side, and we'll rotate, bring it over the right leg. You can press the knee out if it feels good, or bring the right leg in. Rocking side to side. Taking our time, let's unwind, bring the legs back down. We're gonna do one more back bend. So let's bring our ankles in, roll the shoulders under, and we're gonna press up into our back bend, lifting from the pelvis. And when we're ready, slowly lowering down. We're going to bring the knees to the chest, grab the big toes, and find our happy baby. Bringing our legs out wide. Doing any last bits of movement we need to feel a completion with our practice today. And when we're ready, we're going to slowly release those legs, finding our Shavasana, our final pose of the practice. Taking a moment of silence for ourselves, appreciating all of the things we learned today about ourselves, showing ourselves a little bit of gratitude for taking the time to explore. Slowly, let's bring some life back to our bodies. Gonna wiggle our fingers and toes, shimmy ourselves back to the present moment. And taking our time, we're gonna roll onto the right side. And from here, slowly pressing up back into our seated position. Taking a few more cleansing breaths. Thank you all so much for sharing space with me today and for practicing and working on yourselves. It's always a pleasure. Namaste.